So this video was pretty much meant to come out on Sunday, which was yesterday, and I just couldn't do it because I've been trying to get this video out. I don't know, I just keep having trouble uploading it. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully by the time you guys see this, you guys may enjoy it. It might be on the channel, I don't know. But so I've been getting this question a lot, and a lot of people seem to be asking me this, is like, what do you think of Kakarot? How are you enjoying this game so far, and is this your favorite Dragon Ball game of all time? And I'm just going to share my opinion, and this is something that I really do believe going forward. This is probably the best idea I can see happening for this game, and I would like to see happening for this game. And as I'm going to share some of this stuff, hopefully a lot of you guys can agree with me, and if you guys have any opinion, share in the comment section below. We'll discuss it as a community. And if you guys are new to the channel, like I always say, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification, and also check out the community tab because I always post stuff on there. But anyway, let's begin. So Kakarot is right now, the more I play this game and the more I study this game and do research, Kakarot is looking so far to be one of my favorite Dragon Ball games of all time. And there's so many reasons for that. One of the main reasons is that growing up, I grew up playing a lot of single player games, story driven single player games. And one of the main reasons why I'm saying is the fact this is a Dragon Ball game, and growing up, one of the main Dragon Ball game I grew up playing is the Budokai games, and also Legacy of Goku and Boost Fury. And the crazy part is Kakarot is pretty much Legacy of Goku and Boost Fury, but the only difference is this game just have a lot more to it, and it's on console, is in HD, and that's one of the best things, seeing those previous game being brought back alive and looking much better than what it was back then. But for me, one of the best things I would love to see moving forward with Kakarot, and hopefully CyberConnect 2 can capitalize on this and use these ideas and just improve the lifespan and bring more life to this game, is that we know this game gonna have a lot of DLC, and we also know this game pretty much meant to be telling the entire story of Z canon. I hate using that word canon because canon doesn't really mean anything anymore. It means jack shit, to be honest, the word canon. But the fact is, Kakarot meant to be telling the true story from the manga and the anime that were created by Toriyama. And that was the main focus, the main part of this game, the main base story of this game. And moving forward, we know Kakarot is confirmed to have Dragon Ball Super. And that's one of the main points that actually surprised a lot of people, because a lot of people out there didn't really expect that, but some of us did. If if you do your research like myself, Super was meant to happen. I've been talking about it for a long time before this game even came out. I've been saying Super will be in this game. It's too popular not to, and plus Super is canon, whether you like it or not. It's created by Toriyama, it's in the manga, so it's canon, so it's going to be in this game. So that's what we're getting. We know Battle of Gods and Fukasu no F is going to be a DLC for this game. And for me, I think one of the best things that CyberConnect 2 should do for this game moving forward is adding other story that should be in this game. I believe will make more sense, and it will be awesome. It will also make this game feel more unique, even though Dragon Ball GT is not quote unquote canon because Toriyama wasn't fully involved with that story, but it's still a heavy point that's part of Dragon Ball, whether you like it or not, whether you guys like GT or not. For me, I wasn't the biggest fan of Dragon Ball GT, but I did enjoy the characters that was in that specific saga for Dragon Ball. And I really do think GT will and should be part of this game. And it will be a great way for CyberConnect 2 to introduce that part of Dragon Ball into this game, because GT did play a very big role in Dragon Ball. A lot of people do respect it, and even other games still add Dragon Ball GT content into their game, like Dragon Ball Heroes, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Legends. You can think any Dragon Ball game you can think of, GT is part of it. And the best part about that, each game have their own unique way of introducing Dragon Ball GT and other Dragon Ball content into their game is very unique. You know, the older Dragon Ball games like Budokai Tenkaichi, they follow the more unique one, they follow the more unique story that was, you know, from the anime. But other games tend to put a twist to it, like Ultimate Tenkaichi, for example. We all know that game had created characters, and the way they tell the story of Dragon Ball GT in that game was pretty cool. You know, even though a lot of people hate, you know, Dragon Ball or Ultimate Tenkaichi, it's still one of my favorite games, and for many reasons. Because the story in that game was brilliant. The only problem is the gameplay was pretty awful, but that doesn't really matter anyway. But for me, I think one of the best thing also to for this game moving forward is that it would be good for CyberConnect 2 to introduce more unique mechanics and more unique characters into this game. Like, for example, before this game came out, the developer announced, was pretty much stating that movies was not meant to be part of this game. And that was fair, because a lot of creators, before they even, especially for Dragon Ball creators, a lot of the time when the game is coming out, they don't really like to let out a lot of information. They like to keep the fans guessing, and it was obvious that's what CyberConnect 2 was doing. Even though they said no movies character, right now we know we're going to be getting Battle of Gods, and that is a movie, and they're going to implement as an anime, you know, into the anime. But movies also will be a great way to be introduced into this game, especially stuff from Z. For me, one of the biggest things I would love to see in this game more often is introducing more giant fights, like giant boss battles. We don't really see that many. We don't really see that often in Kakarot. I think the only giant battle we ever saw was Kid Gohan and Great Ape Vegeta, or Great Ape Gohan and Great Ape Vegeta. Besides that, we really didn't get to see any giant battles. And this game is like the perfect game for all that, especially the fact that this game is an open world game. You know, it has such a big map, such a big environment for, you know, for a boss battle, especially giant fights. For me, one of the biggest one I would love to see, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to see that too, is introducing, you know, Hirudegarn. And he is from a movie, I get it, and that's also what give us the chance to have Tapion into this game. You know, giant boss battle is such a big key point to Dragon Ball. Like, that's one of the biggest, one of the most funnest things to watch in a Dragon Ball movie or anime or whatever, seeing Goku and Vegeta fighting like a giant enemy, whether it's like Hachiak, for example. If you watch the Hachiak movie, or if you play Raging Blast 2, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Hachiak for me is one of my favorite Dragon Ball villains, even though he's not really canon, but he's still pretty cool, you know. Even Hirudegarn, like a character like that will be so cool to have into this game. Imagine this guy, this scenario. Imagine fighting Great Ape, Golden Great Ape, baby Vegeta from Dragon Ball GT into this game. And he's such a fan favorite. A lot of people would love to see a character like that into this game. You know, introducing more and more new characters and just more new mechanics that will make this game feel more special and so different from previous Dragon Ball game. You know, it's pretty cool the fact that they're also introducing, you know, the time machine, giving us the chance to go back in time, and that's a great way to also, you know, use the time machine for such important things. For example, after we go back in time and complete all these side quests, I also believe too this time machine should be used better instead of us just going back in time and completing these side quests and all these sort of things. And a lot of people is also wondering too, if we go back in time, if we'll be able to replay the story mode. I think that's a high chance of that happening, but take it with a grain of salt. Going back to what I was saying, the time machine is also should be a great way if CyberConnect 2 can want to utilize on that. Give us a chance. I think that would be a great way for them to introduce other saga like GT, for example. If they are going to implement GT into this, give us the opportunity to get into the time machine and go into the future and be like, hey, you can go into the future and, you know, you got to see this other part of Dragon Ball. You know, like you can go into the future and, you know, and that's a great way to introduce Dragon Ball GT, like meet all these characters, you know, through the time machine. It probably doesn't make that much sense, you know, trying to explain it, but this is a new idea just popping up in my head. I'm sure a lot of you guys will understand what I'm getting at. You know, the time machine would be a great way to introduce all these other sagas, like using that to go into different history of Dragon Ball, you know, like getting the time machine, go back in time, go into the future, meet Cooler, meet Broly, you know, meet Dragon Ball GT characters, the story of GT, all this crazy stuff. The time machine would be perfect for that, but I don't know how far they're gonna utilize that mechanics, the time machine. I don't know how far they want to, like, you know, like use their brain to make that feel more creative and more impactful into the story of Kakarot. Like I said, the time machine has so much potential for them to, you know, utilize that to add in more stuff that the fans want. Go back in time, fight these characters, go into the future, meet Dragon Ball GT characters or whatever, you know. But we'll have to wait and see. But for me, these are also the things I've really been thinking throughout the week since this game came out. Like I said, Kakarot has so much potential, but I don't know if CyberConnect 2 or even Bandai Namco want to use some of these ideas to just make this game feel more alive, make this game feel so different from other Dragon Ball games. Right now, this game is really different from all the games that we've gotten so far. One of the main reasons is the fact that the game is an open world game, you know, and it tells the story so accurately, so different from other games. Xenoverse has its own spin to it because you can create your own character, you know. Fighters is different because it's a fighting game and the story is very different, you know, which is cool. So that's one of the main things I would love to see into this game. But let me know what you guys think about it. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? This is just all my opinion, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. My name is Jud saying, have an amazing day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.